Dhana Fernando is Chief Operating Officer at the Advocata Institute and joins us now from the Sri Lankan capital, Colombo. Welcome to the program, Dhana. Tell us more about the current state of the Sri Lankan economy and how much is China to blame for its woes?
So Sri Lanka, of course, having a forex crisis for some time now. We made a 500 million ISB settlement on the 18th. However, we have about another 6.5 billion to pay this year, and also in the coming years about another more than $4 billion to be settled for bilateral and multilateral plus the commercial markets. However, interestingly, if you look at the numbers, China, the total debt to China bilateral plus the market is about 10%. So we have a similar percentage of foreign debt for Japan when it comes to bilateral. So I think rather than blaming a particular country, I would blame it on the policies that we have been adhering, which we invested the borrowed money on high interest rate, on short maturity, on non-revenue generating projects. So that's the problem that as far as I see, and that's the reason where we are today at the moment.
Yes, Beijing argues that it only issues loans to countries if and when governments request them. So you touched on it there. So shouldn't Sri Lanka's political leaders take some of the blame for the debt pile that it's amassed?
Exactly. I think that's why I said rather than blaming for a particular country, it was we who made the mistake of borrowing at commercial rate and investing on non-revenue generating projects, especially when we have to service the loans in dollar terms, but when we are earning it in very minimal rupee terms, which is, of course, we are heading towards a crisis. So that's the main reason. But I think to overcome this situation, what is needed is to do economic reforms. That's what think tanks like Advocata have been advocating for the last 2 to 3 years. And we foresee this problem about 2-3 years ago when we were mounting up our debt numbers, which is now exceeded about 103% of the GDP. At the same time, our revenue to debt servicing payments or the revenue to interest payments have exploded to about 70%, which is one of the highest in the world. So I think the economic reforms are the way forward. And of course, our policies and the policymakers have to take the blame first rather than pointing fingers to any other external country, in my view.
Okay, Dhana Fernando from the Advocata Institute, thank you again for joining us on the News Hour.